Should you go to university or should you go to work? I don't know, but I might have a few tips and tricks that might help you make your decision. So let's go. Hi, my name is Sam Woodrow and welcome to Elite Body and Mind. On this channel, we improve your overall lifestyle. So, if you're new here, consider subscribing down below and don't forget to hit the bell notification to become part of the EBM community. So, you can't decide if you want to go to university or into the workplace. Full disclosure, I went to university, but I know a lot of people who didn't and are now happy with their careers. So, in this video, I'm going to give you a few pros, a few cons of both going to university and getting a job, and I'm going to sum it all up at the end with my personal opinion. And then that gives you a chance to make up your own mind with true knowledge of the situation. So, should we start with uni? The first pro of going to uni is probably quite obvious. You get a degree in a chosen topic. But all education is an identification tool for employers to know, or to think they know, that you are going to be competent at the particular job within a certain field. So, it allows employers to identify very, very quickly if you are able to do a certain job effectively. This might put you ahead of someone who doesn't have a degree because they cannot be identified as competent in that job area. The second pro of you going to uni is the experience that you'll have. It'll be incredible for the first probably month. It'll blow your mind. Now, it does vary from place to place, but what I'd say really, go out and party, go have fun, go make friends, go live your life and have a good time. First 2 weeks in uni, it's mainly freshers. People don't really do that much work. Go have fun and make some different friends than the ones you already have. I'd suggest for the first year, you live in halls and make as many friends as you can and be around different people in the same environment, i.e. uni. Then, after years 1 and maybe even 2, you can maybe have a flatmate or a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever it is, and you can go into a flat and then focus on your studies. Year 1, university, yeah, you have to pass, but does it matter overall really that much? Probably not. Yes, you have to pass, but overall it comes down to year 2 and year 3, especially your dissertation. The third pro of going to uni is you're gonna meet so many people. You're gonna meet different people from different, possibly countries, certainly different areas of your country, different thoughts and religions, different cultures, maybe even different teachers with completely different aspects of the world to you, and you can learn so much from everyone. That is what I got out of uni. I got 2 things out of uni. 1, obviously a degree, but learning how to research a certain topic, number 1, and 2, the experience of going and opening your eyes. If you live in a little city or a little town or even a little village, I would highly recommend going to uni for the experience of going to uni. Obviously, if you don't want to go to uni, don't bother. But if you want an eye-opening experience, university is the way to go. As well as that, with everyone you meet, you may make 2 or 3 friends for life, for absolute life. Moving on, a degree opens doors. It opens opportunities that later in life you may require. If you don't have the piece of paper, sometimes the door will just slam right in your face. The future of the degree is going to become the norm. In the future, most people are likely to have a degree because of the way education is funneling people into university. So make of that what you will, but It's up to you really. Do you want to be part of the future generations that mainly have a degree, or do you want to be left behind for a short-term gain now, which may turn into a long-term gain later? I don't know. I think that brings us quite nicely onto the cons of university. So the biggest con, the probably obvious con, is the money. How are you going to fund it? Are you going to get finance from the government? Are you going to get a loan from the bank? Are you going to get it from your parents? Have you got a really good job now that's apparently paying you thousands of pounds a year that allows you to go? I don't know. But the biggest con is money. They are going to charge you, to be honest, I think, from my experience, way too much money for what they actually give you. What you're actually paying for is the piece of paper that says you can do X, Y, Z at a certain topic. A thing to be wary of is that you're going to be paying off that loan maybe for the next 30 years of your life. So if that scares you a little bit, maybe consider another option. The second con of you going to university is that when you come out of university with your nice piece of paper that says you can do X, Y, Z, you are not guaranteed a job. So you've done all this work and got this piece of paper that said you're really good at a certain topic, and there is 0 jobs because everyone who didn't go to university snapped them up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years beforehand. Also, employers want experience in certain fields. So if you haven't got any experience but you've got a degree, you've got the education, but you've got no experience. And sometimes experience is more desired than a degree. But sometimes it's the degree that's more desired than the experience. And you can't have the degree with no experience and the experience with no degree. So, what do? You have to work in your industry in the summer and in holiday periods of university. So you're going to get the experience somehow as long as you work, but it will be hard because you'll have assignments, you'll have deadlines, you'll have teachers on, well, probably not on your back, but you'll definitely have deadlines, and if you miss a deadline, well, it's not quite game over, but you're running quite close to the edge. Tell me in the comments, if you're thinking about going to university, how would you get the experience as well as the degree? So, let's move on to the pros of not going to university and getting a job. First one, you're going to earn money. You're going to receive money and probably not have that many expenses, because I'm presuming you're going to live at home, and I'm presuming your parents aren't going to make you pay that much rent or that much for food compared to the real world. And trust me, if you're paying £100 a month, that's cheap. Stay at home. Just a little tip. So, if you're going to go out and get a job, you're going to have a bit of money, but you're not going to have the expenses as well. So it gives you the opportunity to save money. Having your own money also gives you independence, which I know some people really crave. Number 2, if you're going out and getting a job, it allows you at a young age to start building a very high quality relationship with your co-workers. I've known people that have got an apprenticeship at 16, or, well, obviously I haven't known them, but they got an apprenticeship at 16, and they are currently there still at 40, 50, and even 60 years old. It has become their life. So if you know what you want to do, and you don't need a degree, go get a job in that industry. Number 3, when you have a job, you're in the big wide world, which means you will understand from a young age what the big wide world is all about. And you won't have to mess around with uni, getting assignment in, assignment in, assignment in, deadline, deadline, deadline. You will be working, you will be earning money, and you'll be developing your own skills. So, hopefully, you'll develop problem solving skills, you'll develop money management skills, you'll develop budget skills, stuff they don't teach you in school, you will learn very quickly in the real world. They are an invaluable skill to you, and they will, even if you do go to uni, you will need to learn them at some point. Moving on then to the cons of getting a job and not going to uni. Number one is progression. With education, you receive a piece of paper that allows you to open doors. It gives you opportunities that you may not have beforehand. So, if your industry needs a degree or some kind of education for progression, then I would suggest going to uni. If it doesn't, and you want to do it for the next 40 years, go and get it right now. Don't mess around wasting your time with a degree that you're not going to use. However, if you want to change careers, a business degree is very, very adaptable. And if you don't know what you want to do, I would suggest going and get some kind of business degree in some field. The one that I'd probably get right now, if I was 18, just finishing my schooling, I would go and get a social media business marketing degree, because there is so many companies that don't know how to do it, and if you do, you become invaluable, because social media is going to explode. When you go in to a job at 16 or 18 or whatever you are very, very young compared to everyone else there. Everyone else there is probably in their 20s, at least. So you'll be judged on your experience and your age. And respect usually is given to the eldest and backtread. So you'll be the least respected and probably have the least responsibility, and as a result, the least amount of pay. All I'm really saying is, because you're young, you'll be treated as if you don't know anything. So just be aware. Because you're so young, and you'll probably go into an apprenticeship first off, you won't have any responsibility, or very, very little. So it might be the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again every single month for maybe even 3, 4, 5 years until you get that promotion, or until you prove yourself worthy enough to get a different responsibility or an increased amount of responsibility. So progress can be difficult, but you will have the experience and you'll know what you're talking about compared to someone with a degree, because you will have practical knowledge and practical skills, whereas they will have all the theory behind it. So, you're 16 and you get the job. Good. Excellent work. Now you want to get a wife when you're 25. Then you want to buy a house when you're 27. Then you want to have kids when you're 30. Is that job going to pay for all your car payments, your mortgage, your future kids, your future even grandkids? Is that job going to satisfy you when you're older? Or is it going to just satisfy you now? Because if you're thinking in the right now, you're being very selfish to your future self. So, you get the job, you're 27, you're getting just enough money, you're comfortable, you're expecting a baby in about 6 months, you get fired. Yep, they can do that. You can work for a company for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and one day you either get made redundant or the business closed down, or you get fired because the manager or the boss says you have done something wrong. You have nothing. You have a lot of experience in one specific job. Will that job exist in 40 years' time? I don't know. I don't know what you're interested in. But if it doesn't, I would seriously, and I mean this, seriously consider getting a lot of experience in 2 or maybe even 3 other fields of work. And the way you do that, you can hop around jobs when you're at university. But if that job is going to be here 40 years from now, and it'll pay you, and you don't think you'll be fired, then maybe get that job now and build the experience and build your credibility. In short, if you know exactly what you want to do for the next 40 years, forget you, and you don't need a degree, forget uni and go and work as an apprentice and work your way up in the company. If you don't, and I know a lot of people don't know what they want to do, it is the perfect time, university is the perfect time to go out, have 3 or 4 years to find out who you actually are. If you do not know who you are currently, uni is a great place to find out. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it useful in making your decision. If you have made your decision, please comment down below. Or you can go away, think about it, come back and then comment and maybe watch a video again so you completely have true knowledge of the situation. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.